Alright, so I'm here with your NXT. What the fuck was that show called? I don't even fucking remember. But it was so long ago. I'm sorry I got this review up late. It was the WWE just keeps doing all these fucking shows. MSG live event, pay-per-views, and it's like so much every week, and I don't have a lot of time. So that's why I've been getting these reviews up so late. But better late than never, right? So to get the show started off, we have Balor and Joe defeating Dash and Dawson, I guess is their names. And let me say something about this show. What's up with all the tag teams? Why is Finn Balor in a fucking tag team match? He's the fucking NXT champion. The title should be on the line. I mean, there's only a pay-per-view like every 2 months for NXT. So the title should be on the line at every pay-per-view, just like the WWE title is on the line at every WWE pay-per-view. I don't get why he's in a tag match. So this match was boring. It was just a regular tag match, in my opinion. Nothing really too good or anything like that. I'm going to give it a half star out of 5. I didn't really like the tag matches. They're like, oh, it's a Dusty Rhodes Classic. I don't like when they have matches where you just win a fucking trophy. Like Andre the Giant, Battle Royal. It's like, oh, they win a fucking huge ass trophy that they can hardly even pick up. It's like, give them, have them win like, number one contender for the NXT tag titles or some shit like that. It's just a fucking trophy. It's not anything like prestigious or anything. So that was a half star out of 5. Then we have Corbin and Rhino defeating Gable and Jordan. Gable and Jordan remind me of Kurt Angle. Especially when the straps came down or whatever, and then he started yelling like Kurt Angle. Looked exactly like him. But this match was boring too. I mean, it was a little bit better than the first one. It picked up a little bit at the end. But this is the thing people have to understand. If like a match picks up at the end, and it's like a minute or a minute and a half of like good wrestling, everybody's like, oh, that was a really good match, when they forget the previous 10 minutes. The fact of the matter is, if you look at it overall, it was a shitty match overall. I'm going to give it 1 out of 5 stars. I mean, this is what I don't like about tag matches. It's like, usually the majority of the match is boring because it's just one, it's two guys on one team alternating, trying to keep the other guy from reaching his other partner, and most of the moves are just boring fucking rest holds and typical moves and shit, and it usually sucks. And this is what happened on this show. So 1 out of 5 stars there. Then we have this Japanese girl, I don't even know who the fuck her name was, defeating Dana Brooke. I mean, it was a little decent little match here. Nothing, to get all worked up about, or to say it wasn't like a great match, but there was a few decent moves in there. So I'll give it 2.75 out of 5 stars. A little decent little match there. So then we have this match pissed me off. This was stupid. Apollo Crews is his name. All right, big black guy. Athletic big black guy. Is Apollo Crews, and he's athletic, alright? He does some cool moves in there athletic-wise, but he's not really a good wrestler. I haven't seen, why is he beating Tyler? Tyler Breeze has put on many great matches on NXT. The crowd likes him. He's been here for a long-ass time. He's a good wrestler, good talent. And then Apollo Crews just walks right into this company and beats him? I mean, Tyler Breeze has lost on like every NXT pay-per-view. Why didn't they give him the victory here? This should have been a no-brainer. Give Tyler Breeze the victory. Apollo Crews, I mean, and his gimmick he doesn't even have a gimmick. I mean, he just comes out there smiling like a retard, and he's like a Mojo Rawley. I think I compared him to Mojo Rawley. I mean, he doesn't have a fucking gimmick. And yeah, I mean, this match was mediocre. It wasn't even that good. I mean, Breeze has put on numerous good matches, and then we get Apollo Crews, and he can't even put on a good match with Tyler Breeze. So obviously, that Apollo Crews isn't that talented. I mean, maybe he is. I mean, I'm kind of quick to judge here, but I haven't seen anything good from him yet. So I'm going to give that match 1.75 out of 5 stars. So yeah, it really pissed me off that Apollo Crews just wins. And he's got a stupid name, too. Cruz. What kind of name is that? Cruz. Like work crews. Construction crews. I mean, why is he named Cruz? It's just pretty stupid. Then we have Samoa Joe and Finn Balor defeating Corbin and Rhino, and just another boring-ass match. Another boring tag match. And it's like, okay, you know, Finn Balor, Samoa Joe win. It's like, who cares? Who really cares? It's just a fucking trophy. Oh, it's for Dusty Rhodes. I mean, that doesn't mean shit. Again, it doesn't feel like they accomplished anything. They want a fucking, what? They want a fucking trophy. Who cares? It was a boring-ass match. And I didn't care. You know, so yeah, another typical tag match there. 1 out of 5 stars. And then we get, you know, the main event. You had Bayley defeating Sasha Banks. It's just a great fucking match. I mean, the show, you know, really sucked other than this main event. But, you know, the main event saved it. The main event was, like, fucking awesome. I mean, that was one of the best matches I've ever seen in this company. I mean, definitely I'm going to give it 5 stars. I mean, you know, it was a really great match wrestling. And, you know, it was cool what happened after the match. And just all in all, it was just a really fucking great match. And this is, you know, I don't want to rant, but this is a problem here. You see, they put on fucking awesome matches in NXT. And then you look at the main roster, and the matches are complete shit. What the fuck is going on with this company? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. Great matches in NXT, then they come up to the main roster and they wrestle like shit. It just baffles my mind. But yeah, I mean, this match was just fucking great. You know, great moves. Great, you know, and the match told a story, too. You know, you had, like, Sasha Banks, you know, yelling at Bayley's fan. You know, you had a lot of great spots, too, you know. So, yeah, I mean, that last match was awesome. That was fucking an awesome match, you know. And there wasn't really, you know, you would expect in, like, a 30-minute Iron Man match that there would be, like, a spot there for 5 or 10 minutes where it would be, like, slow wrestling, boring. But there wasn't really a spot where it was, like, consistently slow wrestling. I mean, it was, you know, throughout the entire match, it was, you know, good wrestling. I mean, yes, there was, you know, times that were better than others. But overall, I didn't think there was any dull moments in that match. No dull, you know, like where you get in tag matches where, you know, for like 10 minutes, the one opponent's trying to tag his partner in and he just can't. You didn't get any moments like that in this match. And it was a really great match. 5-star match. Great way to end the show. However, most of the show sucked, alright? So it's hard to give the show a positive rating. I want to, but most of the show fucking sucked. There was only really one good match. So I'm going to give it overall 5 out of 10 stars. You know, this was definitely the worst, I think, NXT pay-per-view. Because of all the other shit besides the main event. But, you know, just a great main event there. And it feels wrong giving it only 5 out of 10 stars because of that great main event. But, I mean, I can't give it any more than that because the rest of the show is shit. You know, it's like it just didn't feel important. It felt like almost an episode of Raw. It was just tag team wrestling, stupid-ass matches, Apollo Crews bullshit, and yeah, but in the NXT title, it wasn't even defended. That's so stupid. There was only one title defended on this show, right? It was only the NXT Divas Championship defended. The tag titles weren't on the line. The NXT title wasn't on the line, so I think that's unacceptable right there. But you know, great main event. Other than that, the show sucked. But yeah, 5 out of 10 stars. So there you go, people. There's your NXT pay-per-view or whatever the fuck the show was called, the review.